Good morning. This is Lisa with a Widow's Treasure, and I'm thrilled to come together with you this morning and share some thoughts of treasures, things that have helped me in my walk as a widow for these last 11 years. Just things that might help be a salve or comfort to your soul for any of you that are widows or even have just had some major loss. So, first of all, I'm on my deck. I waited until the sun rose, and I just wanted to share with you my very modest, simple little deck, but I got my little lights on there, just so it's, day and night, summer and winter, I don't care, they're always on. Then I've got my little cement thingies that I love, and some kind of I think it's a Japanese water line or waterfall. And then over here I have some more little cement things. Okay, there we go. Got the turtle when my grandson got a turtle. I found the turtle on the road when I was walking and started putting him on the side of the road, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've got a grandson. So we've got him way over there. You can't see it, but it's in a little cage, so he's been happy and around with us for a good year plus. Then here's my wonderful, wonderful yard. This is what drew us. We just love this backyard. If you can see through the slats, there's the campfire ready to go when we are allowed to burn in October. Woohoo! We are ready. I would have had Esther here, but she's hiding under the bed because she doesn't like the drops that she has to have for little eyeballs that get dry, and they're actually wonderful drops. They're natural versus prescription. So I'm thrilled. They seem to work beautifully, but she's just not happy I'm putting them in there. So she shows me that she slipped away and just didn't want me to give her more drops. All right, so here I am. I'm here, and I wanted to share with you my thoughts. And so the thought today that's been a real comfort for me, that I read very regularly. All these things I share, I do, if not daily, weekly, or monthly. I mean, it's really what's helped me, like I said, take the next breath. I mean, it's nothing after 11 years. The loss is nothing compared to the initial shock, especially since it was unexpected. But now, I still have to do a little protocol, have to do a little regiment, so I can then be in a healthier mindset. So anyway, here is something that I love, 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 and I wanted to read this to you and just talk a few minutes about it. So it is, if you've ever heard of John Wesley, I just printed this out. Have you ever heard of John Wesley? He and his brother Charles founded the Methodist Church. They were wonderful men of God, and we're talking back in the 1700s. And it says that he wrote this, or was known for saying this, in 1747. Oop, there went an acorn. And so I just think it's real wonderful. And so it is not from the Bible, but it is biblically based. So do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you ever can. That's so cool. And he and his brother both pursued God. They have a really cool story. If you ever want to read their autobiography or see a video on it, it's very encouraging, very inspirational, and it just shows what God can do. But when I read this takes my eyes off of myself and onto someone else who I can help. Anybody but myself. And I'm not trying to be extreme, because you do need to take care of yourself. You do need to have that balance. But if I'm not careful, I can easily slip into a funk, get stuck, get sad, get mad, get depressed, just woe is me, and I don't, that is no fun to live. I mean, this is a club. Widowhood is a club you never asked to join. But, as my one friend says, you have a 50-50 chance of joining it. So, when you're married, it's you or your husband that are going to, one of the other are going to die. That's just life. And so, the Lord chose to take Don first, and so here I am. So, all that to say, Don is absolutely in the will of God. I'm absolutely in the will of God. And though we are not together like we would prefer, we both, I know, trust and obey His will for our lives. So to do that, I have searched and looked for scriptures and treasures and inspirational sayings to help me not just to think positively, but to think godly, biblically, so that I can not only impact myself in a positive way toward Christ, but impact the kingdom by helping others, encouraging others, support others, whether they be Christian or not Christian. And so I'm just grateful for the Word of God, the words of life. I'm grateful for these men, for their lives. And like I said, if you ever want to read their stories or watch a video, I don't know if there's any I'm sure there's documentaries on them. They are very inspirational. But again, these are precious words. These are precious. This is a precious treasure to me. And I don't know why I always called these things treasures. Or I would say, I have treasures, and I would call each of them my jewels. I'm not sure why I did that, but somehow that just showed, I guess to me, how precious these are. So I'll just read it one more time, even though you've been seeing it. Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you ever can. So may we think of others as much as we think of ourselves. That's biblical. So that He, the Lord, will be glorified. We will grow. We will heal. In fact, that's what I learned at Grief Share. If you go to help others, that will help you. If you help others to heal, that will help you to heal. So there's that. Again, if you have any, I would love for you to like, subscribe, so I can get the word out. If you have any comments of how I can improve this, or what you'd like to hear on, or ask me a question about, it'd be my honor to talk to you, to answer you. So blessings to you, my friends. Hang in there. The Lord is faithful.